Good morning and welcome to my writing life. You would not believe the ridiculous rig that I have put together so I can record today. I mean, it's absolute trash and duct taped together. Yeah. Today we're going to talk about adaptability, so let's get to it. This past week, absolutely everything technology-wise that could possibly have gone wrong has gone wrong. I had everything that could break on me. So that inspired today's video idea, which is adaptability. Now this is actually a topic I've been wanting to talk about anyway, so I'm kind of excited. It just seems timely. First off, I want to clarify that adaptability is not a character trait that somehow growing in adaptability makes you more holy or righteous or a good person or something like that. It's a skill. It's a skill you can develop. It's a skill that not everyone can develop. But if you can, it will probably be beneficial to you in your career. There are 3 aspects of adaptability that I'm going to hit on. Number 1, the ability to take on and learn new skills. When you find yourself in circumstances that have changed recently, or your comfort level, whatever it is, something has recently altered in your world, that can leave you scrambling to try and keep up. One of the best ways to be able to adapt to a new circumstance is to be willing to take on and learn new skills. An example of this from my own life is having a YouTube channel. I have wanted to do a YouTube channel forever. I finally started this year. One of the many reasons that I didn't do the channel is because I don't know what the heck I'm doing when it comes to recording video or having decent sound quality, editing, all of that. And so that kept me from starting on this thing that I really wanted to do. Ever since I started the YouTube channel, I find myself in a position where I absolutely have to learn how to do that. Originally when I first started, it was just kind of like, whatever, I'm gonna just shoot it and put it out there and just see what happens. Then I realized that it's fun and I love it, so I want to get better at it. That means acquiring new skills. I know how to record things. I know how to frame a shot now. I know how to set up lighting and key lights and fill lights and rim lights and practicals and all that nonsense that's really cool and other people know way more about, so don't learn about it from me. So if you find yourself in a position where things have changed, or if you want things to change, the best way to handle it is to adapt and learn some new skills. Number 2, alter your method. Sometimes the ways that we approach a topic or an aspect of our lives fail to work over time. A good way to adapt that doesn't even necessarily include gaining new skills is just changing your approach to things, changing the way you do it. The best way that I can describe this is to give examples from my own life, so that's what I'm gonna do. I was a stay-at-home mom when my kids were younger. I would clean the house periodically, slowly, throughout the course of the whole day, because I was home all day, because I was with them, and because I didn't really have anything else to do other than play with my kids and clean up after them. There's no new skill, like loading a dishwasher is loading a dishwasher. Doing laundry is doing laundry. But now that my kids are in school and out of my hair and I get to spend a little bit more time on my career, it doesn't really make sense to continue using that method for keeping my house clean. It makes a lot more sense for me to focus for an hour, 5 days a week and just knock it out. Get the whole house clean all at once, and then as it gradually gets messier throughout the day, try and mention things like, hey kid, put your socks upstairs, or take that dirty thing to the laundry, whatever. In reality, my method has shifted because my circumstances changed. I no longer do the same things in the same way. I've altered my method, even though my skills haven't changed. Number 3, you still get to make choices. This one is more about mindset, and that is having this posture and belief that you have the capacity to make choices within your circumstance. This is one of those things that keeps you from feeling like a victim and feeling powerless and then embracing that kind of learned helplessness idea where circumstances have changed and I'm powerless against it, so I'm overwhelmed and I can't do anything about it. So while there are some seriously terrible circumstances in the world, circumstances I can't even comprehend, I want to say this with a grain of salt because I can't even imagine certain things that people go through. Having a mindset of, I could choose this or I could choose this path, it helps you retain your power enough to keep going, basically, and to keep your feet under you. I can think of all kinds of examples of this from people way smarter and cooler than I, but the example that I'm going to give you today is from my own life. My circumstances shifted. It's not in a major way. My camcorder, the microphone jack broke, so I couldn't plug in my microphone, so I couldn't record very well. My extension cord failed, so I can't plug in my light. all kinds of things happened. Technology started failing me like crazy. My SD card is missing. I don't, like there's just all kinds of little weird technology things. I could just feel like a victim and give up and be all frustrated and just, I don't feel like, and there's definitely a time for that, but that is a choice to make, right? Like I could make the choice to just put it away and not put a video out this week, and that would be fine because that's a choice I can make. I chose something different. I chose to record this on my smartphone, jury rig some sort of a weird microphone stand / camera tripod / everything is balancing on this one little hinge that is like not screwed together, it's just like resting. We're gonna do that today. Now, obviously this is a more nuanced conversation. There's grace, there's the acceptance that you're not in control of your life. That's healthy too. But today I just want to talk about adaptability and the fact that if you want to make progress, you have to accept responsibility for some of the circumstances in your life, and more importantly, accept responsibility for your choices within the circumstance, regardless of what your feelings are, okay? Your feelings can be big and they can be important, and we want to validate that, but your feelings aren't law. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend you read Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. It's gut-wrenching, it's hard, but it is so worthwhile. And it's about life in concentration camps. One of the things he addresses in that book is the fact that the Nazis could hurt their bodies and break them down, but they weren't able to alter a person's soul or a person's ability to retain who they are. If you have that, you can adapt to some pretty crazy circumstances in life. Crazier than I've ever experienced. At least I trust Viktor Frankl when it comes to that. Seems like a guy who knows. And I know that in my life and the smaller things that I've gone through, it's been true for me too. So give it a shot. Adaptability, it's gonna be good for you. I'm gonna go now because life is crazy and I've got other things I need to do because it's been a day. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I will catch you next time. Bye.